G'day everybody. I want to talk about overtesting and what can happen and where these areas of overtesting and what it means. Now, overtesting, that means you learn something that you'll never use. You don't need it. You're learning too much than you need to, as you believe you think you do. It's like getting a subject at school, learning Chinese, and you know you're never going to go to China. You don't even like, say you're racist, but you learn it because they say you need to and everyone else is. Overlearning on things that you don't need when you can learn on better things, right? So when you do things, test onto people. So say you go, oh, we want to do all these tests to make sure, right, that they know this or can do this. And they learn all these things. Waste their whole life, childhood life or mid-adult life. All these things. Like someone going to college and then finding out they can't get the job. Right? Becomes over-test. Right? Overdid it. In the end, it was a waste. So when it comes to overdoing things, over-testing, it's best to go natural. What does natural mean? Natural means you learn when you need to learn. You go through when you go through it. You don't need someone to come in, perhaps what we hear with these people love to blab on the internet about sending someone in to your boyfriend to find out if he'll cheat on you. And then he ends up cheating, right? And they go, well, there you go. I don't need my... Well, there you go. You just made something in life. You made something happen that God may not have let happen. He may have not let a hot chick come in and push where they don't even want it. It was a test, right? And then he gets screwed over, right? And you get screwed over, and then perhaps God helps him on with a real one, right? That's what overdoing things is. You don't need to do it. And if you get a certain outcome, you either lose your time or it makes it worse for you. I've started to talk about, is it where you do too much, like in these video games where they had catch up all the time and it was best to just be cruisy kind of thing? They do talk about that spiritually. Right? And if you overdo things, definitely on things that you don't need, you'll find that you'll just lose and waste your time. Right? As you're not really finding where you fit and belong and be happy with, as you believe you only need money or you got to be like other people and what they say to be like, or you're forced to. These are all the problems that you might find in life and why you might be in such a situation. And then to get out of that, you need to look around and speak and act and change to what you could do to get out of that collectively. But until that happens, most problems out there happen because it happens collectively. We collectively kill all the animals too much. We collectively do this, collectively do that. We collectively don't do. And so we collectively don't build houses right that we can to be strong because we collectively gamble. We collectively assume that we're superior and we'll be right. We collectively think that we can just build houses over and over again. We collectively are all in our bubbles. We collectively have got our outcome. So what's overdoing? Overdoing as well is when you create a bomb for world peace, but then they just create more and more and more of them to create world peace. And if that's the way it is, that's good. But if it doesn't really work, they're going to create a world ending really horrific or a waste of money and things to be talked about. Areas like that. What do you reckon? Which area do you reckon and that you can look on back onto where you went, shit, yeah, they're the test and they're the crap that he's talking about where it's a complete waste of time, right? And you're better off not doing it. Here's one for you right now. Gaza people. Go back 20 years or something where they screwed up and elected the wrong leader, right? That's where they screwed up and wasted time. Now look where they are. Right? As they didn't have their priorities straight. They did all this work and got nothing in the end. Huh? And that's because what? They were just bad. They were bad onto a righteous being. They were just bad onto another group that didn't like them. To perhaps be more righteous or perhaps not. But that's reality. And that's why they got their outcome. Anyway, people, have a good one and see you later.